The year is 2004. Nobody wants to be a fucking cop. It's a nice job. Pays about $54,000 a year. Wait a minute. Do I got that right? Or is it $35,000 a year?
35 to start.
Oh, I guess you got to work for about 10 years before you see that 54. If you survive.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. It's a nice job. The hazards are, you know, hey, you can get a bullet in your ass. And, you know, that's about it. What's the worst that could happen?
Now they want cops to have associate degrees.
See that? Now they want smart cops. All right? Hey, but it won't fucking matter. Let me tell you people out there. This is rule number 3 in the series out there, youngsters. Don't fucking be a cop ever. Ever. Nothing makes my day than seeing a whole bunch of the police academy cadets when they line them up outside and they be walking. As they walk past me, I say in my head, I say, congratulations. You are now full-fledged targets. Every single one of y'all motherfuckers. Now that you're a cop, you have now joined an elite force. People hate you, but then again, people look for you to fucking save them. What do? It's enough to make you fucking bust a cap in somebody, which is exactly what these motherfuckers do. Being a cop is a fucking thankless job. Now, I know a lot of times it's like, well, you know, it saved the life of this kid. His life being saved was reward enough. That's true. Day in and day out, you might do that. And then at the end of the week or every 2 weeks, you get your shitty paycheck, which is rule number 1. If you're going to be a motherfucking cop, youngsters, don't join it for the pay, whatever you do, because the pay is quite shitty. Hey, you got free medical and shit like that. You'd better. You can get a fucking bullet in your ass or get fucked up at any given time. So, whatever you do, if you're going to be a fucking cop, be a cop because you're going to try to make a difference, which leads me right to the next one. Lesson number 2. If you're a good cop in the NYPD, you're full of shit because you're going to wind up being a bad cop. Because the NYPD is not full of good cops. It's full of bad cops. And so you're going to walk in there trying to be this fucking new school dude. You're going to try to change shit. And now you're right inside a fucking corrupt fucking thing and shit that the only way you can even survive is to be a bad guy. Think Training Day with fucking Denzel Washington. I'm telling you motherfuckers right now, you cannot be a good cop in the NYPD. Not for long. Because eventually what happens is just what I explained in number 1. You help people, yet they hate your ass. Eventually, that gets on your fucking nerves. And like I said, the pay is shitty. So eventually you sit there and you say, you know what? These people are getting on my fucking nerves. They never fucking thank me for shit. And this fucking pay is shitty. That's when you start going down the road to turn a bad cop. Alright? So you be a detective. But you be a detective for another reason. You be a detective and shit to get that fucking money and shit from them fucking drug punks. The same motherfuckers that normally be running around with fucking drugs and shit like that. That's why you want to be a detective, so you can take their fucking money from their ass and shit, man. You see where this is going? You started being a good cop, now you're turning into a fucking corrupt piece of shit. This is what the NYPD will do to your ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just that fucking simple. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Bet you didn't know this. Inside the fucking NYPD, there's a fucking bunch of white supremacist motherfuckers. They got their own website, but you don't know who the fuck they are. That same dude could be at your house and shit like that. You straight up white supremacists and shit. And you don't know. This is what the fuck I'm saying, man. Inside the NYPD, the blue wall of silence. Let me tell you cats out there something. Let me tell you cats something out there. If the NYPD was not racist, then 100 blacks in law enforcement would not even exist. It exists because 100 brothers sat there and said, yo, it's some racist shit going around here, and if we don't stick together, we gonna get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened. The blue wall of silence is fucking racism in its purest fucking form.
Hey, if you like what you heard, go to tyrfreeman.com. We got more Brooklyn King Radio. Thank you for liking and thank you for sharing. And remember, folks, support free speech. Don't let them shut your mouths up. Think. It ain't illegal yet. Speak your mind. Everyone else is doing it. Why not you? Let's go.